The mentally scarred girl PT1 life. Been interesting to say the least. I once met this girl through a mutual friend at a Korean fried chicken bar. She was still kind of new in this country, getting to know people. I didn't mind being a friend to her. All three of us talked a little bit and we found out she had a crush like this boy at this Korean fried chicken bar. So we were pushing her to go talk with that boy and hit on him. But alas, the guy had a girlfriend. After hanging out a couple of times, I noticed I kind of started to like her. But my interest wasn't that high in the beginning. I kind of had a type in dating this pretty Afghan women before her. This new girl practically added herself on Facebook, Instagram by using my phone. Ballsy action to say the least. I liked it lol. I always kept observing her because there was a certain pattern of behavior. Judging her actions and the way she reacted to things. Concluded that she was a broken/hurt girl. And guess what? I was right. She actually was in a relationship where her ex cheated on her and she tried to stay beside him. To no avail. I think that's also one of the reasons why she was so distant yet so close. Always saying men ain't shit, men are cheaters, etc. etc. This girl once ignored me when we made plans to go out together. She popped up without saying anything, we hung out, and then she left without saying anything. I was pretty surprised, but based on that, you could already tell what kind of person you were dealing with. Fast forward, we were having our problems, and at one time she said, "I want to go to church with you." That's actually the moment when I started liking her. Imagine a Christian guy who is actually only allowed to date Christians finds an okay Christian girl. I've always been the type to end up dating Christian girls. Don't know how, but life works in mysterious wastes. I was actually further from the truth than I thought. She kind of advertised herself as a Christian girl, but her values were far from Christian values. She was so quarrelsome and self-righteous. But yeah, it is not for me to judge. That's between her and her creator. I was practically in a situationship where she affirmed to someone that we were a couple, and when you asked her about it, would be like, nah, there's nothing. After some time, we had a talk about this whole situation where I was looking for clarification. But it ended up with her crying, saying that she's too masculine, things never work out, etc. etc. After that, I decided to just delete her from socials and delete myself from her life. Shit was too hectic for me. Can't be dealing with someone hiding behind the victim card and being masculine when it suits her. I was also a bit distant when we hung out with a mutual friend. Her roommate left and she was kind of lonely. I decided to text her to see how she was doing, and then we were talking again. She went on vacay and found out that I had deleted her from socials. We had a short discussion, and then she decided it would be better if we'd go our own way. Fast forward to a while later that she was telling people half-truths about our situation to make herself look good. I even tried to fix things. That didn't go as planned. At one point, we were all drunk with mutual friends. Mind you, that I was the first person at the bar and wasn't really sober. Apparently, I kissed the girl while being wasted. We ended up at her place, and I thought about taking the couch. She ended up inviting me in bed and told me to put my coat on her drying rack. The girl undressed herself down to her lingerie, and I just kept my clothes on because I felt uncomfortable. She ended up kissing and hugging me, and things could have escalated if I went in on her advances, but I didn't. A day later, the girl decided to re-add me on Instagram. Fast forward to like a week or 2 weeks later, and I start getting bashed. She told me that I kissed her, but I didn't remember that, and I was shit-faced drunk, telling me that I planned this whole situation. In my mind, I was like, WTF. So this girl invited me to her bed, kissed me, hugged me, and almost slept with me, but I am apparently the only one who made a mistake. Insert me too victim mentality. To be honest, I really felt bad for a couple of days after finding out that I had intentionally kissed her edging on SA. I felt disturbed for a couple of days. We also had some other altercations where she would always play victim. I don't think this girl has ever apologized for her actions. Women really take no accountability for their actions. That was part 1. Part 2 will take an interesting turn of events.